Hello, today I'm here at the Maximov Hospital in Moscow. I'm sat here with the brains behind the operation, Dr Denis Fedorenko, and the angel of the department, Anastasia Panchenko, who I think has to be the busiest girl I've ever met. Hello, welcome to my office.
Wow,
Thank
so
you very
nice.
much.
So nice.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to have the interview, and we are ready to answer all questions.
Fantastic. Okay, so as many of you know, Dr Fedorenko is the expert and the lead of haematology and cellular therapy. But for me, for the moment anyway, he is my doctor. So helping me, Alex, help cure me, get rid of my MS, my multiple sclerosis. And of course, Anastasia, to say that she is his assistant wouldn't do her justice. Anastasia helps coordinate the department, making sure everyone is comfortable, well informed, and that they all have a very pleasant stay. Firstly, I would like to say thank you for having me in your beautiful hospital, for treating me, and of course agreeing to talk to me today, for my blog.
Yes, thank you very much, Alex, for right decision to have this treatment, and that you admitted to our hospital. We are very happy to meet you and to help you to fight the disease.
Absolutely, thank you. So there's so many great pictures online of you both, and people have written such lovely things. I just thought it would be quite nice for people to actually hopefully see a little bit more about you, the real personalities, and hopefully a little bit of what inspires you both. I just thought it would be nice to put some questions to you from those people that you've already treated probably, and probably some of those who are still wanting to meet you. So one thing that has to be said, Anastasia, is that one thing that makes this department so unique and probably runs so well is because, Anastasia, you were once diagnosed with multiple sclerosis yourself. How did you hear of Dr Fedorenko?
Oh, it's interesting. I just found here a website of our hospital on the internet called My Dear Doctor. Went for meeting and we discussed the opportunity to be treated here.
Yeah.
And that's all we arranged about date, and I was of course very happy to come for treatment because he was only one doctor who could offer me treatment, really treatment, and we could speak about my normal future life.
Yeah.
And of course I was really sure. I even didn't ask a lot of questions about chemo. It really, on that moment, it wasn't interesting for me.
Yeah.
I only wanted the result.
Exactly, I think just like myself.
Because I didn't understand anything about medication, doses, about, of course, he explained a lot, really, he tried. I remember this meeting, I was with my mom, sorry.
She had quite aggressive disease onset, and she visited our hospital with her mother. I remember it, and we made quick decision because it was acute phase and she wasn't able to walk and she was bad balance and lots of active lesions. So we made quite good decision to have this treatment as soon as possible. And I think successful. She was strong and went through the transplantation in the best way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Ooh,
Amen to that.
I did it. Yeah.
So
it's interesting.
we did it.
That's amazing. So, after all that, what brought you back to the department? Your experience of your treatment and what you went through must be so valuable to the team.
Completely. It helps me to understand patients, and I see that they even look at me with another eyes. They are happy, of course, and I'm happy that I can help not only with medication. I can tell them anything, can understand better. I felt the same symptoms. Of course, I feel them. And it helped me. And of course, it's special job for me because I even don't think about my work as a work. It's my life, really.
Yeah.
It's my life to help people like me. Because anyway, I'm MS patient, right?
Firstly, Anastasia started to be in contact with social networks and forums for her personal decision. And in this time, we started to treat more and more patients and started to treat foreign patients. And I didn't have a good assistance for this time and had to work hard to provide treatment and to improve our service, to control organizing questions, and I was searching for good assistance, and Anastasia visited our patients' meeting and
Only as a friend.
as a friend,
Yeah.
and when I started to know that she's involved in this Facebook team and other forums, I asked her to help.
Yeah.
And then we decided to work in this area because she loves it.
And I suppose you just didn't look back.
Yeah.
I mean, just what an inspired decision.
Yeah.
Yes, because I started to work here only 2 years after my treatment,
Right.
and I even couldn't dream about it. Really, it happened.
It just happened.
Yeah, it just happened.
Fate.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Definitely, you're right.
So, doctor, how long ago was your first HSCT, and how many people do you think that you've treated since?
So we have started our program in 1999 in St. Petersburg. I was postgraduate student in this year and started to study hematology and transplantology. I provided my first transplantation for a MS patient in 2005 in this hospital. We started this hospital in 2005 because Professor Andrei Novik, who was my boss in St. Petersburg, moved to Moscow, organized this hospital, invited me. And totally we have provided 556 transplantations for 10 years in this hospital. So I think it's 25% of whole transplantation around the world.
Wow.
So, and the reason is because we graduated Department of Hematology and Clinical Immunology of Medical Military Academy, and we was involved with immunological studies and autoimmune diseases in the same time with hematology and transplantology. So the first transplantation in the USA and Europe was made in 1997, in Russia in 1999. So I think we have had the biggest single center experience, but I think this is success of my boss, Professor Andrei Novik. He was highly motivated, involved in autoimmune disease treatment, and he was a great hematologist and transplantologist, well-known hematologist. So I think this is his success, and he motivated me to work on this way, and so he taught me to work using this maybe military style.
Yeah.
He was right.
Great minds. I have some questions from people, that, some names you might already be familiar with. Here's a good one to start with, and it's an apology. It goes to the doctor. I'm so sorry that your evening was disturbed by a patient with severe bone pain. This person wasn't to know it was actually your wedding night.
Interesting.
To leave your party and go see them is an incredible thing to do. Was your wife so understanding? And that was from Gwen Higgs.
Okay, I think every doctor who is responsible for patients should help patients in all time, in spite of wedding night, birthdays, weekends. So we should be ready to help in any time. So, and our family, our supporters, our husbands and wives should share this tradition. So I think this is the best way. So I hope she understands my
Well,
work.
I'm sure Gwen is very grateful. But yeah, I mean, that's just incredible.
So because on the first place is our health, is our life and safety of treatment. If you think about it, so we are more successful and prevent lots of complications.
Absolutely. So Nancy Rashid asks, she mentions Dr. Novik and being your mentor. Is there someone in mind that you're currently mentoring yourself?
It's not only medical cooperation. When I met Professor Andrei Novik, I was 25 years old student, military student in St. Petersburg, and I was amazed by his approach to medicine, to lessons, to lectures. So firstly I wanted to be a neurologist, and I had my research, my student work in neurological field, not in MS, but neurological. Then when I started to be inspired by the Professor Andrei Novik, I stopped my work as a neurology and started to work as a hematologist. It was my fifth course as a student. Then I decided to keep my postgraduate course under ruling of Professor Novik. Fortunately, I had this opportunity, and together with medical lessons, I am happy that I had a great chance to be together with Professor during 10 years, because he inspired me not only in medicine but in life.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great chance to work here, because Professor Andrei Novik, he was a leader of Russian school, and he tried to keep old Russian medical school tradition. The first one is tradition of old Russian professors. The first one is to treat patients with disease, but not only the disease, to make personal decision based on patients-related risk factors, treatment and disease-specific factors. And the second one is not to work mechanically, and we should love our patients, and we should love medicine, and we should love our work. Only working in this way with love, we can be more effective. So this is why we try to work together as a single family, as a single team, because we should help our patients using modern technologies, and we should help our patients using their brain and heart power. Also, we need patient support. So when we work in this way, I think we are much more successful. And it was this was lessons of Professor Andrei Novik and old medical school of Russia. So we try to keep this tradition, and now we try to keep this tradition in our clinical work, in our routine practice on the one hand, in our and to teach our students to work in this way. But sometimes it's difficult.
Well, it certainly works for me.
Yeah,
absolutely. Okay, Sam Horton suggests that you seem to get areas around the world that spike interest in Moscow. Do you have any way of monitoring when or where they might come from?
We try to research it. Not media, not films, not interviews. As for us, it's more important to have information about how many patients in countries, and what treatment approaches are widely used in each country, and attitude to HSCT in this country, neurologist opinion for HSCT treatment. So we try to communicate with doctors who support and provide this treatment in other countries. It's interesting. We are open and we are ready to be in cooperation with Professor Richard Bird, Sakardian, Professor Law from Singapore. Also, we are in contact with Professor Barreira from Brazil. He's neurologist and supports transplantation in South America. So I know Professor Kozak. He is responsible for transplantation in Czech Republic. So we are happy to be in contact, and in this way our patients help us to start to be in contact. So we are interested in all countries, and we are interested to be in contact with patients after transplantation, before transplantation, and to be in contact with their doctors.
So yes, I think important. You remember, I'm sure we have experienced one doctor from Australia. He came for 2 or 3 days. He is neurologist, Dr. Goodage. I remember he's from Australia. Yes. He came with our patient, and he looked.
We had a good time.
And No, we are happy really,
Yeah.
because he's neurologist, and right now he is following some our patient after treatment. He trusts in this treatment,
Yeah.
and it's important. It's not
So-
usual.
So for the benefit of everyone, you are more than happy to
Absolutely.
communicate and talk
Yes,
to everyone.
yes.
Absolutely. The best way to be in close contact with neurologists, because we monitor hematological part, they monitor neurological part, and if patient is under control of good neurologist after transplantation and at home, and if neurologist support this approach, it's much better to help and to control it. Also, on the other hand, we have more information, because we should provide good follow-up period and to help our patients, and to receive information about their quality of life, their symptoms, their immunological status, and MRI data. So it's important for our research and for patients' care.
Absolutely.
The most important, it's really important for patients, because
Yeah.
distantly not always we can help, right? They anyway need somebody who can help at home.
Absolutely.
Right now, for example, because especially with difference in time, if somebody feels bad at night, we will know only on next day
Of
about
course.
it.
Yeah.
So of course we need connect with
Naturally.
doctors, with patients,
Mm.
to be in contact with you.
So a fellow patient of mine, Sandy Henson, asks, how many Russian patients are you able to treat? And does having so many international patients have a negative impact on treating the Russian patients, who of course have an equal right to the treatment?
Yeah.
You can.
We have equal rights for treating Russian and international patients, and we have different waiting list for Russian and for international patients. For example, we have difficult situation in Russian with neurologists. They are not support this treatment, because they are going to have a lots of medication like Tizabri, Gilenia, Lemtrada. In Russia, we delay with modern medication, and they are starting to use it, and they have strong belief that it works. Our experience shows that lots of patients from the USA, Australia, who had this treatment lots of years, and they failed this modern treatment. So we have different waiting lists, and we have different rooms, and we are going to open another transplantation department. If it is successful, we'll open it in for 6 months, and we'll be able to admit more patients. And so,
And Russian and
and Russian and international. Now we are going to provide these free spots for Russian patients only.
Wow.
And we try to provide equal opportunity, the same opportunity for Russian and for foreign patients, because disease attack people not depending on countries they live, not depending their religions, their political situation, and our positions to be far from politics, far from nationality, far from country, only to treat patients.
No, that's fantastic. No. Okay, so Caroline Dawson would like to ask Anastasia, where would you like to go on a dream holiday and why?
Dream holiday. Good question. I don't know, maybe trip for all over the world.
Just the world.
Just you know, unfortunately, I didn't travel a lot before, so each country is interesting for me, and it's good if I have vacation, you know. So of course it would be nice to visit Australia and America maybe, and Norway, because we have had a lot of patients from these countries, and it would be nice to meet them again. Because of course every time when I hug people and tell them bye when they go home from after treatment, I think that I enjoyed and then I see them last time, but it would be nice if I can do it again. So I think that's a dream trip to hug and meet people again.
Just to see all
Just
people again.
look and to be sure that they continue their normal life, they're happy and smile. It would be nice. Yes, it's my dream trip.
Yeah. Oh wow. Jacqueline Hilton, interestingly, would like to know if she was to look inside your fridges at home, what would she find?
In my fridge?
In your fridge?
Oh, in my fridge. Okay, what is it? In my fridge.
In your fridge?
Fresh fruit, vegetables.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. No, it's true. Really, not a lot. I don't like keep a lot of food at my home. I usually bring everything at work. So.
Because she spends lots of time at work,
Yeah.
and we have fridge in our doctor room.
Oh, I see.
So
that makes sense.
Really, and
Really?
I have a little bit fresh fruit, vegetables,
Fruit,
and
vegetables, maybe cheese.
little bit. No, right now I have no cheese. I finish my butter. A little bit fish.
Because she's leaving for short holiday, maybe. Her fridge is empty now.
Maybe, but no, really, I don't. I eat at home only in the morning before my work, and in the evening I don't have food. I try to avoid.
Follow health.
I avoid food in the evening.
So it's been pointed out by so many people that you're both so smiley. What makes you feel so cheerful every day?
Cheerful?
Ah,
I'm a
what makes
positive
you-
person at all.
If our patients are successful and happy, we are happy. We try to inspire patients and to be inspired of our patients and our work. So if we are in a bad mood, I think we shouldn't go to visit patients because they have more difficulties with the disease, with the treatment. So we should be positive. Also, we should smile, but it's not like a walk, a job to smile. I think Anastasia and me found our place here, our place. So we smile because we love our patients, we love our job, and we love to be here during a long time.
Nice.
Positive emotions.
Positive
Absolutely.
Help
I mean,
live
that's-
longer.
When we
And
spend
smile.
our energy, we have feedback.
Well, this is it. I mean, since my time here, all it is just pure positivity.
No, it helps. It helps to
It
live
really does.
everywhere,
It's
not
also
only here.
treatment. It's also treatment.
It is a
Yes,
treatment. It's
yes,
also treatment. It is,
works.
absolutely.
It works. And not only here. In life.
So, Anastasia, have you got any interest in becoming a specialist yourself in any way?
Specialist as a doctor, you mean?
Yeah.
No, it's a bit late. And you know, I like my.
You like your
I like. I don't know a lot about medication, about doses, about name of pills, something. No, of course, I know enough.
Yeah.
I know based on my work here and based that I was a patient too. And it's enough for me. I'm not sure that I'm ready to go again to university and only start education again. It's okay, I like my work, I like organization, I like to contact with people, to organize our work, and that's okay for me. I like it really. Because it's not a problem for me, you know, sometimes people, I
For
have
lots
to do
of people,
something.
it's much more difficult to communicate and to organize.
course.
So
If she loves it, it's good.
It's a win-win situation.
Yes, that's why we can agree and work without problem. He treats, I help organize, and work is wonderful and modest.
Okay. So, Doctor, it seems that I get a few mentions about a friend of yours, a cat apparently, and apparently it's quite large. Megan Maloof asks, how did it get so big?
So it's Maine Coon type of cats, and I think it's the biggest natural cat type, and his weight is about 15 kilos, and I think this is his normal size for this
age,
have
yeah.
for his age and
Eats a lot of things.
But anyway,
it's a lot
he
of
likes
food, quite
it.
big. But the most important thing, his behavior is like dog. He follow me.
Yeah.
Also in some websites, people who love this cat type, it's like a mixed dog with cat. So
Perfect mix, absolutely. I believe that you must get so many questions and applications for your treatments. I won't even begin on your waiting list. But do you have any advice for people currently on the waiting lists, or anything to say to those who are still looking to apply?
Look, anyway, I always share information that we have a big waiting list. No, it's true, it's not a secret. And sometimes people ask, give me approximately date, approximately year. It's difficult because I can't promise anything exactly, right? And I always, anyway, send information about that they try anyway, maybe to try find place earlier, because we are not able to help all patients. It's not possible, even if we want, right? And we have anyway just one doctor. He can't treat 100 patients at once.
yeah, I would like to add, we are really sorry not being able to help all patients. It's
Unfortunately, yes,
difficult.
it's difficult.
And but we will try to help as lots of patients we are able to help, and so we provide some work to expand our department. For example, when we started, we have 6 rooms for foreign patients. Now we have 11 rooms for foreign patients. In the end of this year, we are going to have 15 rooms. So it's much better. And on the other hand, when we have to make decision about treatment, we try to provide treatment as soon as possible for patients with highly aggressive and malignant disease. Sometimes it's quite difficult to understand, it's quite difficult to refuse and to provide support later for other patients, because they also ask us to help. It's a difficult decision, but we are very sorry. And we will try to
No, I think that's fair.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
as
will
you
try
say,
to
you're
help.
working as hard as you can to expand. I mean, what more can you do?
Yes, you're right. And about some words about early, later, urgent situation would look, because sometimes I receive letters that people ask, why do you accept somebody early, why I'm waiting. I always reply the same, we make this decision only based on medical situation. We don't accept extra money, people, please. It's true. No, and also one situation, look, recently I have started also to receive letters. People ask about waiting list and about cancellation list. I don't know why it happened, because it's wrong information. We have only one waiting list, and I only know patients with information that they have, for example, urgent situation for early appointment at hospital, only early admission. So no different list, no cancellation, no, separately we don't have a lot of lists, for example, only one waiting list. And I note only information about patients, that's all. Because I understand now that people are confused. They ask me to add them on waiting list and add them on cancellation list, but it's not possible because we don't have cancellation list. So please inform.
So the problem with the internet
yes,
is that
it's a
people
problem.
talk.
Maybe, of course, we could misunderstood with somebody, and then somebody told, they have, and maybe my English is not wonderful, especially when you write something. It's of course it's a risk that another person will understand you incorrect.
Yeah, it's difficult, and so we will try to improve our service, but I make this decision. I don't have information about the day of admission of lots of patients. Anastasia is responsible for this.
Dr. Luko,
when I make this decision, I look through all the documents and make the decision based on 2 positions. First one, the disability rate, worsening rate, and second one, MRI data. And we prefer to help to provide transplantation for patients with malignant disease who have quite quick disability with worsening in MRI, especially with lots of active lesions. Because in 2-3 years it's too late for them. They will be totally disabled. So it's difficult, but we will try to provide this waiting list for better result for our patients. For better result for our patients. Sometimes we admit lots of difficult, disabled, patients with highly aggressive MS in the same month. We have to work hard. So, but this is our decision, and we have to make medical decision. And we are really sorry for some position we have to refuse. But
it's the most difficult
unfortunately, we are limited in our ability to help. But we will try to improve it. So it's not too soon, but we do this work.
Well, it sounds fair.
We do this work.
Okay, our last question is from Mindy Watt. She asks, if we were to build you a hospital in the United Kingdom, would you come?
Yeah, interesting. I have never been there, for example.
I have been to London.
I'm sorry, but I want to be.
I love London. I love London so. Also, I love our country. And, on the one hand,
it would be interesting to work.
It would be interesting to work. Yeah, I know. It would be interesting to work in London, in UK, in other countries. So some our Australian friends asked us to work in Australia also.
We had
some letters to work in other countries. But we have lots of our relatives, our family here.
Of course,
kind of tradition. And on the other hand, when we have more free time, bigger department, bigger assistants, we will travel a lot with lectures, with advices, with visiting to our patients. So I think it would be nice.
Of course. I just
really happy to visit Mindy Watt and to see her again.
But she came for MRI after her treatment, and it was.
And we are happy that she's very successful.
I think it was a good question. I think.
And personally,
just
for
big compliment.
Personally for Mindy Watt, the more difficult way, the better result.
Yes, I can well understand. Okay, so and to finish, it's not really a question, but I did receive so many messages of thanks and real expressions of hope that you do bring to so many MS sufferers like myself. So personally, I read so much about yourselves ahead of coming and what it means to come to the AA Maximov, and I still can't believe that I'm here in your care. I came here with the words to get rid of my MS. With your treatment, your test results, and my immediate noticeable improvements in well-being, we have got rid of my multiple sclerosis. And Dr. Denis Fedorenko, I will be forever indebted to you.
Thank you very much.
I mean, you've given me and my family our lives back. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Alice. And thank you very much for right decision to have the treatment, for trust to our hospital, and for your support, for your positive attitude, because we work together. And so I would like to say that we are successful only because of our patience, because our teamwork. We can't be successful alone. We don't provide something unusual, because we try to be together with our team, with our family to help. So this is not our success, this is success of our team, our teachers, our nurses staff, our patients and their families. So it's our teamwork. So thank you very much for you. Thank you very much for opportunity to have this interview, and thank you very much for all our friends, patients and supporters. Thank you.
Absolutely. Best of luck for the future to you both. You're both clearly amazing people, and I am thrilled to have known you. Thank you so much for your time to answer my questions, and of course everyone else's.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your
Thank
wonderful
you.
idea. It's interesting experience.
Thank
We
you.
will never forget it.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you.